What's going on, guys? Welcome into Mavericks Today by Chat Sports. I'm Jeffrey Cooperstein, and on today's live edition of Mavericks Today by Chat Sports, it is the trade deadline. We are 2 hours away from the 2025 NBA trade deadline coming and going. Now, the Mavericks have probably done most of their work. However, we all know what the Mavs did prior to the trade deadline, and it wasn't good. On today's show, we'll be covering all of the latest trades that happen in the NBA over the next 2 hours, including everything that's happened from the Luka Doncic trade on to present day. My name is Jeffrey Cooperstein. Again, thanks so much for tuning in to today's show. Before we get started with the bulk of our show today, let me know where you guys are watching from down in the comments. I'm curious to hear where our Mavericks Today audience is, so go ahead and shout out your city down in the comments. We are live from the Chat Sports Studios here in Dallas, Texas, about a mile away from the American Airlines Center. And I'm very curious to see what unfolds. It feels like all of the big trades have pretty much happened. Obviously, Luka went to the Lakers. Jimmy Butler last night gets traded to the Golden State Warriors. Kevin Durant doesn't look like he's going to be on the move, but we will cover it all down in today's show. What up, Raj, Johnny Bravo, Jonathan Jones, Luka Magic, all in the chat right now. Appreciate you guys watching. Shout out, Raj. Luka Magic watching from Rhode Island. That's what's up. Robert Kobe Fitness. What up, brother? Watching from Plano. Raj all the way from India. That's what's up. Just, I don't want to mess up your name. You're in London. That's what's up. I'll be in London in about 6 weeks. Going to watch a couple Chelsea games. Ty Man, I know you're watching from Ohio. Ty Man. EP, Luka, 77, LB, 23, equals 100. It hurts, EP. It hurts. Asia, my girl Asia Roberson watching from Brooklyn. DCFL watching from Greenfield, Wisconsin. Johnny, salute to you, Coop Jr. I'm still depressed about the Luka trade. IDK, how I'll ever look at the Mavs the same again. Johnny, I can't disagree with you, my friend. I can't disagree with you at all. I am there as well. It is extremely painful. It really sucks that Luka Doncic will never play another game for the Dallas Mavericks. Eddie watching from Dallas. Jonathan Jones from Detroit. Asia, it is me, Coop. Dubai from Noel. That's what's up. Worldwide here. Peanut watching from Dallas. Are you going to watch Lakers games since Luka got traded? Now, I will watch a lot of Lakers games for sure. I'll obviously be watching the Mavs, but I will definitely be watching quite a few Lakers games this season as well. There is no question about it. Trap Boy watching from Dallas. Appreciate you. EP says, how about Christie? That dude shine. Yeah, Max Christie had a very good debut for the Mavericks. 15 points, a career high, 9 rebounds, 5 of 8 from the field, 4 of 4 from 3. Look, Max Christie's a good player. He is a good player, and I'm happy he's on the Mavs. The way we got him, I'm obviously not happy about. But I am happy that the Mavs got Max Christie. He is a good player. Jonathan Jones says, Harden to Mavs. No way. No way. Harden to Mavs. Asia says, bro, I forgot you were a Mavs fan. Asia, I am a Mavs fan. I am indeed. Danny Bailey wants Kobe White from Chicago. I'd like that. That'd be cool. Robert Kobe Fitness, are we getting someone else? We will talk about that here coming up in just a few moments. Keep letting me know where you guys are watching from, who you want the Mavs to trade for down in the comments, as we have 100 people watching right now. But I do need to tell you guys about our sponsor of today's show, which of course is Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Prize Picks has over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, making daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 to 6 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. And the big game is almost here, and don't miss out on the last football game of the season with our friends at Prize Picks. They're giving you an extremely special deal where Patrick Mahomes will only need to throw 1 yard for you to win. You pair that with another projection, you can win some real money. And also check out the Super Sweat Millie Winners big game lineups. If you tail a lineup that goes 3 for 3, you can win a split of up to $1 million in promo funds. And PrizePicks is, of course, the best place to get real money action in over 30 states, including California, Georgia, Florida, and our home of Texas. How do you play PrizePicks? It is super easy. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use code CLNS to get a $50 bonus when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't even need to win to receive that bonus. It is guaranteed. Again, download the app. Use code CLNS to get a $50 bonus when you play your first $5 lineup. It is PrizePicks. Run your game. Shout out to PrizePicks for sponsoring today's show. I want to get your take down in the comment section. Is the Luka deal the worst trade ever? Yes or no? Let me know down in the comments. I think it's an absolute yes. I don't think there's any question about it. It's the worst trade that I've ever seen. That's for damn sure. Y for yes, N for no. Is it the worst trade ever? Douglas says no. Keist, no. Zachary Jameson, no. Or yes. Keist says yes, excuse me. Watching from Germany, shout out. Shout out Germany. Getting Schroeder would be better for defense than Hardy. Tim Storr, I would not hate that at all. Would not hate that at all. Leon Harrison is on our main coverage right now. He's on our main Chat Sports coverage, so you've got me. But I've also taken over the channel for the most part. Harrison has some other duties here at Chat Sports that he has to take priority, so it's me now. It's me now. Respect D. King. We just traded Luka, who is up for $350 million extension. You trade him, save $350 million. You don't extend Grimes. Get Caleb Martin on a cheap contract. There most likely won't be another trade. Don't disagree with you there, Respect King. Should Mavs buy out and get Dennis Schroeder after being traded? If Dennis Schroeder gets buyed out, I think the Mavs would definitely be in play. I'll give you a little bit of inside info here, though. Dirk does not like Dennis Schroeder. And, and to be fair, I don't know if that even means anything because I'm not sure that the Mavs or that Dirk even has a good relationship with the Mavs front office at this point, considering they just traded Luka away. But what I do know is that Dirk is not the biggest fan of Dennis Schroeder. So, look, do I think he would help the Mavs? I absolutely do. Will it happen? I'm not sure. If you love the Mavs, like the video down in the comments. We got 140 people watching and only 14 likes. Before we get to our next topic and we go through the trades, I need us to get to 50 likes right now. So hit that thumbs up icon if you love the Mavs. It's a free and easy way to help out the channel. Free and easy way to help out the channel. Mavs are done making moves. We're pretty deep. The next move this summer will be the summer for AD. Maybe Aggie Pride for life. I'm not going to tell you I'm a Longhorn fan. Appreciate you, though. Blake, are the Mavs moving to Vegas? The Mavs are not moving to Las Vegas. They are staying in Dallas, and I will tell you why. The NBA expansion fee for a team in Las Vegas is going to be $6 billion. That's with a B. Divide $6 billion with the B by 30. You get $200 million. NBA owners are not passing up on $200 million each for an expansion fee. It's not happening. The Mavericks are not moving to Vegas. They are not moving. Quincy Dale says, let's go Longhorns. Yes, sir. Nathan Pinto, how do we get some picks? Well, you could have gotten more from the Lakers if you're going to trade Luka instead of getting one first-round pick. There's that. Macario says, Nico, how to destroy a franchise? Yeah. Douglas G says, love Luka, but the media never talks about his injuries. Star players play most of the games. I feel like his injuries have been one of the main talking points around NBA circles over the last week or so. Nathan, can we trade? I wish, Nathan. Asia, I'm sorry for your loss. Hope you're doing okay. Sorry for your loss. Herb Jones or Trey Murphy? Yeah, I'd be cool with that. I don't think that's happening, but I'd be cool with it. That'd be awesome. All right, so let's just go ahead and look at all of the trades that have happened over the last, we'll call it 8 or 5 days since February 1st. As, let me do this. All right, there we go. So we've got this one. This one just came in as the Clippers are getting Drew Eubanks and Patty Mills for Mo Bamba, PJ Tucker, and a second-round pick. PJ Tucker obviously got rerouted to the Miami Heat, and then now he's back in Utah. This one's crazy. It's an absolutely insane one. And then you have the big other blockbuster trade that happened. De'Aaron Fox and Jordan McLaughlin to the Spurs. The Kings get Zach LaVine, Sidi Sissoko, 3 first-round picks and 3 second-round picks. That was a big one. You had a little just draft pick swap between the Hornets and the Thunder here. Not much to write home about. Here's one of the deals that the Mavericks made. They're getting Caleb Martin and a 2030 second-round pick for Quentin Grimes and a 2025 second. So the Mavericks traded Quentin Grimes away. They weren't going to re-sign him in free agency, so they decided to move on from him and get something for him. They get a longer, more athletic wing in Caleb Martin and that 2030 second. I don't think this is a really bad deal. Caleb Martin not going to play tonight for the Mavs against the Celtics, but maybe he ends up playing Saturday at home against Houston. Let's see here. This was a big one as well, as the Milwaukee Bucks got Kyle Kuzma, Patrick Baldwin Jr., Jericho Sims in a second for Chris Middleton, AJ Johnson, and a 2028 first. I believe this is a 3-team deal, as DeLon Wright was also sent to the Knicks in this deal, including cash considerations as well. Another weird one, KJ Martin goes to the Pistons for 2 second-round picks, and the 76ers just receive cash considerations. Small deal between the Celtics and the Rockets, as the Celtics receive a second-round pick for Jaden Springer, and the Rockets get a second back there as well. The Thunder traded for Daniel Tice, as they needed some backup center help with Isaiah Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren. So they traded the Pelicans a 2031 second to go get Daniel Tice. You know, a potential Mavs trade target who I thought the Mavs could go after. They get Jonas Valanciunas in exchange for Sidi Sissoko and 2 second-round picks. So that's an interesting deal. And then the big million-team deal that happened between the Warriors and the Heat, but this is the bulk of it, as the Warriors do receive Jimmy Butler for Andrew Wiggins, PJ Tucker, Kyle Anderson, and a first-round pick. And then last night, another great deal made by the Los Angeles Lakers, as they get big man lob threat Mark Williams for Dalton Knecht, Cam Reddish, a 2030 pick swap, and a 2031 first-round pick. The Mavs couldn't get Dalton Knecht and the 2031 first-round pick, but the Hornets can. Joke, Nico Williams. Joke. Or Nico Harrison, not Nico Williams. Nico Williams is a soccer player. And then late last night, the Raptors went and got Brandon Ingram for Bruce Brown and Kelly Olynyk, plus a couple of picks here. Brandon Ingram, I think, is expected to sign a contract extension in Toronto. Bruce Brown and Kelly Olynyk could both be potential buyout candidates, and you could see them on the free agent market. We'll talk about them a little bit later in the show today. We do have a little bit of a super chat menu on today's show. Any super chat will, of course, give you a shout out, and we'll put you on screen right here next to me. $5, we'll spin the Mavericks Today wheel. We got a bunch of different stuff on there. We have like jumping jacks, beer chugs, name a random Mav, that kind of stuff that we'll end up doing. So let me know if you guys want to do that. And $10, we'll do some beer chugs as well. And of course, like I said, any super chat gets on screen. All super chats go directly to helping out the channel. They don't go to me. They allow us to get more studio space, more airtime, allow us to do live shows like this and stuff like that. So if you would, hit that subscribe button. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Our goal for today is to get, our goal for today is to reach 31,300 subscribers. Can we get there? Hit that subscribe button right now. YouTube.com/MavsTV. Appreciate all the support. Robert Kobe Fitness, Nico Williams will play for Barcelona next season. He might if Barcelona can register him. Neo, Fat Luka is 99% better than all of the guards in the NBA. You never trade young for old. 100%. Don't disagree with you at all there, Neo. Cyan, Najee, and Powell for Kobe White. I don't want to trade Najee. I think we need to keep Najee. What's the deal with KD? Why is he staying? KD didn't want to go back to the Warriors, so he basically told the Suns he told the Warriors, if you trade for me, I'm not going to be happy, and you don't want to have a disgruntled superstar. So he basically told them that he's not going to go. And that cut the deal right there. And then the Warriors pivoted to Jimmy Butler. Nathan says, wasn't that a garbage trade? Quentin was needed as a playmaker post Luka. I don't think that was a garbage trade, Nathan. I think Caleb Martin is a longer, more athletic wing who's a better defender, just about as good of a three-point shooter and a better ball handler than Quentin Grimes. And he's under contract for cheaper than Grimes is going to get in free agency. So while obviously we hate the Luka trade and we hate everything that's gone on there, I actually think this was a decent move by the Mavs. I like Caleb Martin, the player. I think he'll play a decent role here in Dallas. So I don't think that was a garbage trade at all, to be honest. On the surface, if the Mavs kept Luka and made this trade, I think I'd really like it. But since they didn't, they traded Luka. It's a whatever move. If I'm grading this trade A, B, C, D, or F, I'm giving it a B-. I think it's an okay move. Al Bundy, Nico just traded Dirk's statue for another. Shout out Jamie Sapoznikov coming in with the $10 super chat. We'll get you on screen here in just a moment. 1 sec. Need to respond to Slack. Spencer Rogers, shout out to the Ocho Trivia Challenge. Shout out, Spencer. Appreciate you, my guy. I'll see you tonight. Macabros versus the other team, whose name I don't think I can say on YouTube. Jamie, I'll get you on screen here in just a moment. Let's go here. Oh. Get this up. Trade top. 1 sec, Jamie. I got you, though. We'll go back to this. Is the Luka deal the worst trade ever? And give me 1 second, Jamie, and let me get you on screen. Copy. And boom. 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 All right, there we go. Sorry about that. Shout out to my man Jamie Sapoznikov with the $10 super chat. Jamie, are you related to Joseph? Are you related to Joseph? Me and Joseph go back and forth on Twitter all the time. So let me know. Broncos breakdown by Chat Sports. Spencer is in the chat. Isn't that funny? All right, what you got, Jamie? He says, if Nico was going to piss off the fans and make Luka available to all teams, guarantee you could have gotten something like J-Dub, a first, and Dort at the minimum. Jamie, again, I fully agree with you there, man. It sounds like Nico only wanted Anthony Davis. He did not want anything else, and he went and got him. I agree with you, Jamie. I think it was a ridiculous move to make. It's the worst trade in NBA history, in my opinion. It just makes no sense whatsoever. Will there be an investigation? Asked Neo. I don't think there will be an investigation because what is there to investigate? Other than them colluding, I just don't think it will be. I don't think it will be. Let's see. What else we got? Kobe Lovelog, worst trade ever. Rodrigo. Correa, 24. My boy Kev, what's good? Mini Coop, what's the feeling like going to be at the AAC on Saturday? I will not be at the AAC on Saturday, but I bet it is not going to be a fun environment for Nico Harrison to be in. I'll say that. I don't think it's going to be a fun environment for Nico Harrison to be in whatsoever. Look, he alienated a lot of Mavs fans, and a lot of Mavs fans are pissed off about what's happened here. So I really don't think it's going to be fun. I think there's going to be a lot of chanting. What I hope is this. I hope that the Mavericks or that the fans don't boo the players on the court. When Anthony Davis gets introduced, I hope he gets a cheer. When Max Christie gets introduced, I hope he gets a cheer. We need to support those guys. Like, what's done is done, and those guys are Mavs at the end of the day, and they need to be supported. But if they show Nico Harrison on that scoreboard, if their Nico Harrison chants get started, who could blame anybody for doing that? Who could blame anybody for doing that? NYE Nye says Nico fumbled my Dallas team. Absolutely. Just AP. Should the Mavs buy out and get Kelly Olynyk to add more offense since Luka is gone? Well, Just AP, first of all, the team that he is traded for would have to buy him out. So that would be the Pelicans. So if the Pelicans buy him out, he becomes a free agent. The Mavs would be free to sign him. And now that the Mavericks are under the first apron of the luxury tax, they are allowed to sign players who made the mid-level exception last year. So Kelly Olynyk definitely could be an option. He's not going to make up for what Luka brought you, obviously. I wouldn't hate them signing him. The Mavs do have an open roster spot, so that wouldn't shock me at all if they did that, Just AP. Weedham Goys, can you please move to Lakers today? I'm better than others. Appreciate you, Weedham Goys. Our Lakers channel is live right now. Our Raiders Report host, Mitchell Renz, is taking that channel over for the day. So he will be taking care of that. 1 second, need to respond to Slack. Nico didn't make the trade. Owners did. Nico's the guy to just take the heat. Home media disagree. Correa, nothing but love from our boy Mini Coop. Kevin, appreciate you, my guy. Good to see you. Let's you, me, and KG need to go get lunch soon. So let's do that. Kobe Love Vlog. I'm a fan of Dallas Mavericks since Dirk era, but now it's 50-50. We got a trade. We've got a trade. Breaking news, Shams Charania. The Phoenix Suns are trading Jusuf Nurkic and a 2026 first-round pick to the Charlotte Hornets for Cody Martin, Vasily Micic, and a 2026 second-round pick. So Phoenix gets rid of their big man alongside a first-round pick for Caleb Martin's twin Cody, Vasily Micic, who's a solid point guard, and a second. I'm not sure I understand that for Phoenix. I know Phoenix needed another true point guard because they only had Jones, and then they had Booker. Vasily Micic is a good player. They've been looking at trading Nurkic for a while. But what are they going to do at big man now? Interesting trade for the Suns. We'll pop that up on screen here as soon as it comes in the wire in our graphics update. I don't understand that trade. That's a weird one to me. Cody Hill says, might as well get Durant. Might as well, Cody Hill. I agree. Might as well. T-Dot, desperate Suns. A little desperate for sure. An hour to make a play for KD. Hour 35. There's the ticker. When that clock goes, trade deadline over. Trade deadline over. Let's see. Where is this trade? Someone put the trade. It's an interesting one. There it is. The most recent trade. You see it on your screen right now. The Phoenix Suns get Jusuf Nurkic and a 2026 first round pick. The Charlotte Hornets receive. Oh, this is backwards. The Charlotte Hornets receive Cody Martin. So this is just backwards. So the Suns receive Cody Martin, Vasily Micic in the 2026 second, Jusuf Nurkic in that first going to the Charlotte Hornets. We'll get that fixed here in just a moment. I want to ask you the guys this. How long have you been an NBA fan? Let me know down in the comments. Shout out, Kev. We'll talk. normal for them to be pissed off. For the fans, yeah, 100%. Spencer Dinwiddie, after shoot-around before tonight's game against the Boston Celtics, said he completely understands the Mavs fans' reaction. They thought they were getting Dirk 2.0 and he got traded, so it takes some time to process. Absolutely agree. Douglas G, since 1980, since the expansion of the Mavs. That's what's up. Luka Magic since 2006, since the 80s, says Neo. 42 years, Marcus McCarty, diehard MFFL since the inception. How do you feel about this trade, Marcus? How do you feel? Yaroslav, 1982. Shout out Philippines. Absolutely. Before Dirk, says Marcin. 1995 from Keist. Y'all are some old heads in here. I was born in 1996. So I can say I've been a Mavs fan since 2000. The first Mavs game I remember is a Mavericks versus Suns game in the first year of the AAC. So 2001, we'll say. 2001. All right, here are the correct details. The Hornets are getting Yusuf Nurkic and that first-round pick as they traded Mark Williams yesterday to the Lakers, so they needed center help. The Suns are getting Caleb Martin's twin Cody, Vasily Micic, and a 2026 second. I like this deal for... I think I like this deal for the Hornets, but the Suns needed a guard as well. Let me know who won this trade down in the comments. Do you think it was the Suns? If you think it was the Suns, type S. If you think it was the Hornets, type H. Let me know down below. I would lean Hornets, to be honest. I'd lean Hornets. Let me know what you guys think, though. Get that up. Boom, boom, boom. Who won the deal? Let me know. Pat Tolliver, 46, been a fan since 83. That's what's up. Marcus McCarty, AD with Kyrie and the X Factor. Max Christie is the key. I like how Max Christie played in his first game, Marcus. I really do. I really do. It's just a damn shame because I wish they would have gotten Max Christie with Luka. So, Freedom Warrior says H. Let me know what you guys think. The Denver Nuggets are reportedly a team to watch for Toronto Raptors big man Chris Boucher. 469 says, I see Luka maybe playing here if a change of ownership, GM, etc. I won't rule anything out. I would say it's extremely unlikely he ever plays for the Mavs again, but I certainly won't rule anything out. It's just a really, really weird time seeing Luka not a Dallas Mavericks guy. It's crazy to me. 192 people watching and only 37 likes. If you could, please hit that thumbs up icon. Free and easy way to help out the channel. Mo, do you think the Lakers making any more moves? Maybe move Maxi Kleber, dump salary. Yeah, I could see the Lakers moving Kleber. I saw a report earlier this week that he may never play for the Lakers and they just might reroute him somewhere, so that wouldn't be surprising. That would not be surprising. What up, Noah? How's it going, brother? Douglas G says Kidd did it. No, Jason Kidd did not make this trade. Nico Harrison made this trade. Those are the facts. Obi Toppin as a backup power forward would be cool. Make sure I say it. Bervik. I'd be cool with Obi. He's a solid backup four. Makes a decent amount of money, though. He's making I want to say 15, 16 million. No trade today. Any thoughts on hints of buyout playmakers? Marcus, it's funny you ask. Number one, we will have a full buyout targets list that goes out tomorrow morning as potential guys that the Mavericks could acquire. Number two, there are a few guys that I'm keeping my eye on. Here. Let me pull my list up that I have. I've got, if he gets bought out, Dennis Schroeder is at the top of the list. Bruce Brown is at the top of the list. And you guys aren't going to like this one. If he gets bought out, Ben Simmons is at the top of the list. I know Ben Simmons can't shoot, but ask yourself, what can Ben Simmons do? He can defend. He can play make. What is Nico Harrison looking for? Defenders and playmakers. I'm just telling you right now, if Ben Simmons gets bought out, don't be surprised if the Mavericks sign him. 469, yes, he is. Yes, he is. Durant is coming. Durant is not coming to the Mavs. I wish he was. That'd be cool, though. That would be cool. Did I miss? Okay, no, we're good. I thought I missed something. Brent Workman, what's good? Said, I'm pretty sure Kid was pissed about the trade. All I'll say is just go watch the press conference between Jason Kidd and Nico Harrison and look at Kidd's body language. Look at his body language. That'll tell you all you need to know. Mo says, think the Lakers might make a move in an hour or not. If they do, or maybe a buyout if they do that. I think the Lakers are probably done after they made their move from Mark Williams last night. There always could be potential on the buyout market, but we'll see. Vujacic, Dallas will contenders for the championship. I hope so. Knowledgeable one. Is Pat Bev available? Pat Bev is not available. He's playing over in Israel right now. This just in from Mark Stein, by the way. The expectation, I'm told, is the newly acquired Anthony Davis will make his Mavericks debut Saturday at home against Houston rather than tonight in Boston. So Anthony Davis, not expected to play tonight, is expected to play when the Mavericks return home to take on the Houston Rockets on Saturday afternoon. Odds of a Ben Simmons buyout? I honestly, 50-50? I mean, the Nets could save some money. It wouldn't surprise me if he got bought out. It wouldn't surprise me if they kept him either. I think either way. Noah, the Lakers absolutely won the Mark Williams trade. They 100% won the Mark Williams trade. It's not even close. I think they 100% won the Mark Williams trade. If you're just tuning in, here is our super chat menu. Any super chat will, of course, give you a shout out. $5, we'll spin that Mavericks Today wheel. And $10, we got some beer chugs. I actually owe one for Mr. Saboznikov. So let me crack it open. Cheers. Got a little Happy Dad fruit punch. Ooh, that's good. I've never had the fruit punch. That's solid. Cody Hill, will the Mavs make a move? If I had to guess right now, I would say the Mavericks are done. I would guess the Mavericks are done. I'll ask you guys, though. Will the Mavericks make another move? All right. Let me know. Will the Mavericks make another move? Will they make a move today? Yes or no? Let me know down in the comments. I'll chug my coffee. Cheers. Cheers, Marcus. I got some coffee here as well. Let me go find it. Oh, it's all the way over there. Never mind. Marcus, I got my coffee. I got my Red Bull sugar-free, of course. Happy Dad and water. All the liquids today. I wonder if Denver would have taken Luka for Jokic. They would not have, because their GM is not. Yeah, they would not have, Brent. Neo, you think so? Burvik thinks so. Freedom says no. Cody Hill, I don't think so. Brian Burns, it sucks to be a Cowboys and Mavs fan. Yeah, it does. It definitely does. Why would Luka buy a house in Dallas if he wasn't planning on signing the Supermax? He was going to sign the Supermax. The problem is, Nico, funny enough, Nico Harrison was scared that Luka was going to sign the Supermax. That's why, allegedly, he traded him. Noah, what if Maxi gets bought out? I don't know if the Mavericks are actually allowed to sign Maxi since they just traded him away and if he gets bought out. I don't believe they are. I don't think they're allowed to sign him. Sean B, probably making a move to send the rest of the roster to Phoenix for Durant. I wish. Al Bundy, Mavs have done enough damage already. No more trades. Don't disagree again. CP3 to Dallas will be great. I don't think the Spurs are trading CP3. I think they're going to keep him as the backup next to De'Aaron Fox. Valderas from Philippines. Shout out, my friend. Appreciate you joining us. Besnick, I don't think it is. 469. Yes, he did. Got rid of everyone. That happened. I saw it. Brent Workman, at least we got Rangers and the Stars. Yeah, at least, I mean, the Stars are good. The Rangers should have a good season this year, so I hope so. Are the Spurs contenders with Fox? Not this year, but in the future for sure. Money was never the issue. Agreed, Neo. It never was. Ooh. Kobe White. What does a Kobe White trade look like? Kobe White is making, I want to say, $12 million. Let me go double check his contract. Kobe White. Jalen, Anthony Davis not playing tonight. He's not playing tonight. He's going to make his debut on Saturday. Yes, Kobe Williams making $12 million this year, Marcus, and $12 million next year before he becomes an unrestricted free agent. So the Mavs definitely could make a deal there. It could be like, I mean, shit, would you reroute Max Christie? Like, you could do that. Would you do a Jaden Hardy plus, I don't know, Omax plus something? But you could, any way you do it, you can easily get to $12 million. So there, and you'd probably have to give up a first round pick, maybe even more first round picks than you gave up for Luka, maybe even 2 to go get Kobe. But I'd be cool on that. I'd be cool with that. I'd give up first. Yeah, Hardy would definitely be in that deal. Jaden just signed a 3-year, $18 million extension before the season started. And I'm not sure if his contract has one of those poison pills, so to speak, that makes it hard to trade this season. I think this year he's making like around 3, if that. But starting next season, he'll be making $6 million a season for the next 3 years. Joseph says, "Nice, bro. I'm not going home on Saturday when the Mavs play." You're going to the game or you're not going to the game? I'm not. I will not go to the game. I don't want to be there. It's going to be too painful. Tim, Lonzo just signed an extension in Chicago. So he's not going anywhere. He just signed a 2-year, $20 million extension last night. So Lonzo is staying in Chicago. And good for Lonzo, man. He was on a 4-year, $80 million deal. Hardly played over that deal because of all the knee problems that he had. Missed basically 2+ full seasons. Comes back. He's having a pretty solid year and got himself an extension. So shout out to Lonzo. Really cool story. Really cool story. Let's go after Drew Holiday. Maurice, that'd be great. The Celtics aren't trading Drew Holiday to the Mavericks. Since Hornets giving out players, what about LaMelo? I'm not a LaMelo fan. I know a lot of people are. I don't think he's a winning basketball player. Knowledgeable one says Omax and Spencer for scoring point guard. Maybe. I mean, I don't want to trade Omax if it's not a good deal, but again, God knows what this organization's going to do. So, oh boy. ESPN's Ramona Shelburne is reporting the Phoenix Suns locker room is toxic right now, is what they're saying out in these streets. That's not good. That is not good. CJ McCollum available? Maybe. New Orleans, I don't know, because DeJounte Murray tore his Achilles, so he's out for the year. They need guard play, and McCollum is like the only vet guard they have on that team who can kind of do everything. So I bet they're keeping CJ. I bet they're keeping CJ. 469, he doesn't have an answer because there isn't one. Neo, I unfortunately will always be in MFFL. It does stand for life. For better or worse, in sickness and in health. I will be here. They pissed me off. They turned a lot of people off of the organization. They really did. Look, it's hard to root for this team right now. It is. It's hard to root for this team given who's in charge. I'll support the players. I'll support Jason Kidd as best as I can. Progress won't be linear on this. There will be times where I root for this team to lose because of how mad I am about the Luka trade. Marcus, you're not sold on Omax? Yeah, look, I don't blame you for that. He's got a lot to work on still. He's a very raw prospect. His basketball IQ isn't quite there yet. He's got all the athleticism in the world, but he definitely needs some development. Definitely needs some development. DeAndre Hunter to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Big trade. As DeAndre Hunter has been in trade rumors for a long time, he is departing Atlanta and headed to Cleveland. That's a big move for Cleveland, who are positioned at the top of the Eastern Conference right now. Before this trade, I wasn't really a big believer in the Cavaliers, but now, man, they could do some damage in that East. I think it's the Celtics. I think it's the New York Knicks. And then it might be the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland sending Karis LeVert, George Niang, and picks to Atlanta. I think that's a big trade for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Wow. We'll get that on screen as soon as we are ready. Knowledgeable. I like Omax, but he is unorthodox, plays out of control too much. Need a reliable scorer, ball handler. Don't disagree with you, knowledgeable one. If we get KD, am I satisfied? No, we traded Luka Doncic. I will not be satisfied. I'd be happy we got Kevin Durant. And I'd be happy that the Mavs would be competing. Would I be satisfied? No, absolutely not. DeAndre Hunter heads to the Cleveland Cavaliers for Karis LeVert, George Niang, and a pick. What is this for? Oh, okay. Never mind. That's for the Hornets trade. The Lakers, though. Koopa, I'm disgusted with the Dallas Mercenaries. Yeah, I'm pretty disgusted with the franchise as well, Koopa. How do I feel about Kessler Edwards playing in big-time minutes? Well, the other night he had to because Daniel Gafford got hurt and missed the final 5 minutes of the game. He had to. Brandon Williams, Kessler Edwards, and Exum for a legit scorer like Jordan Clarkson. I don't think they want Jordan Clarkson for those three players. You'd have to give up a lot more than that to get Jordan Clarkson. I like Clarkson. I think that'd be cool. But you have to give up a lot less than that. So here is the trade. If you missed it, DeAndre Hunter heading to the Cavaliers. The Hawks getting Karis LeVert, George Niang, and draft compensation. And that is the most recent trade, obviously. Did the Mavs make a brave move? They made a stupid move, Booyah. It was a stupid move that they made, not a brave one. I mean, I guess it was brave because it was so stupid. But it was absolutely ridiculous. 90% of Lakers fans aren't even from LA. Similar to Yankees fans, big markets. Yep, agreed, Neo. All right, I'm going to tell you guys about our sponsor of today's show, which is PrizePicks. While I'm doing that, if you could please hit that thumbs up icon and like the video. It's a free and easy way to help out the channel. And once you like the video, once you've hit that thumbs up icon, type me down in the comment section so I know who the real ones are, and I'll give you a shout out after I tell you about our sponsor at PrizePicks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. PrizePicks has over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, making daily fantasy sports accessible to all. It's super easy to play. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players' stat projections, and you can win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on PrizePicks. The big game is almost here, and it is now or never. Don't miss out on the final football game of the season with PrizePicks, the best place to get real action while watching the big game. And PrizePicks has a special promotion going on for the big game on Sunday, where Patrick Mahomes will only need to throw 1 passing yard for you to win. You just pair that up with another projection, you can win some real cash. PrizePicks is the best place to get real money action in over 30 states, including California, Georgia, Florida, and, of course, Texas. And they put their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. How do you play? It's super easy. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use code CLNS to get a $50 bonus when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't even need to win to receive that bonus. It is guaranteed. Again, download the app today. Use code CLNS to get a $50 bonus when you play your first $5 lineup. It is PrizePicks. Run your game. That link will be clickable in the comments and the description of today's show. Shout out to PrizePicks. All right, we sit an hour and 11 minutes away from the NBA trade deadline right now, and the Cleveland Cavaliers are the most recent team to make a move. Noah, percent chance the Mavs will be keeping their first round pick this year and drafting a player this offseason. Noah, I have no freaking idea, because I have no idea what Nico Harrison's plans are. I wish I would. I wish I could tell you, Noah, but I literally have no idea. What's up, big dog? Can you fill up my water? Thank you. Appreciate you. Oh, yeah. Aggie pride for life. If we ever get rid of Nico, think Luka would come back one day. Yeah, I think that's the only way the Mavericks have an even 1% chance of getting Luka back is if Nico Harrison leaves. I think that's the only way. Only way. When do we become the Las Vegas Mavericks? They are not going to become the Las Vegas Mavericks. You do not have to worry about that. You do not have to worry about that. According to Mark J. Spears of ESPN, the Pelicans are expected to keep Zion Williamson and CJ McCollum. So, whoever asked about CJ, it looks like he is not on the move. And Zion, who has more conditioning issues than anyone in the league, by the way. The Pelicans haven't given up on him, but Nico Harrison gives up on the second best player in the NBA. Dallas Nelson. Where's Bob Vulgaris when you need him? Where is Haralabob? Thank you. Appreciate you. Kamaro, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you. Appreciate the support. Noah, he doesn't have to ask out. He can just opt out of his contract and become a free agent this summer. He doesn't even have to ask out. So. Johan Mai, has Nico's past with Nike have to do with the trade? Absolutely it does. He had a relationship with Anthony Davis for a long time. Has a relationship with LeBron. Has a relationship with Rob Pelinka. Has a relationship with LeBron James. Absolutely it had something to do with the trade. Jim, Mavs need to get healthy to do any damage this year. 100%, Jim. Sounds like Anthony Davis is going to make his Mavs debut on Saturday at home against the Houston Rockets. Derek Lively, who knows how long he's out for? We'll see. Kyrie's been dealing with the shoulder issue. We'll see what happens. Taco says, Nico said his future is 3-4 years. Maybe by then Luka will be a free agent after he signs a short-term deal with the Lakers. Wishful thinking, Taco. Wishful thinking. If we were to get KD, who would we give up? Literally anything on the roster, except Kyrie and Anthony Davis. Except those two, you give anything up. If it's a 7-team deal, it's a 7-team deal. Literally anything. What's the word on Gaff? Aaron, he's expected to be okay tonight to play. He said after he had that little shoulder/neck thing, he said it was just a stinger. And I believe when they practiced yesterday, he said he'll be on the floor for tonight's game against the Celtics. So, Marcus, I got that idea. Now you want Ben Simmons. Us wanting Ben Simmons is so sad. We had Luka and we traded him. Now we want Ben Simmons. But at the end of the day, given the circumstances, Marcus, I actually wouldn't hate that. I actually wouldn't hate that at all. 1 second. Let's see. We got Dallas will have a hell of a run this postseason. Going to trust this roster. Got to get to it first. Kevin, if Nico truly wants to go all in, to give up those first and younger prospects, because what was the goddamn point of trading for Gaff, PJ, signing Clay, Grimes, Najee? What's the point? Kevin, you're preaching to the choir here, my brother. Absolutely preaching to the choir here. I'm with you on that. Simon, I hope PJ don't get traded. I don't think PJ's getting traded. Luka Magic, Marcus Smart to the Mavs. If you go check out the video I posted on the channel earlier today, I talked about the possibility of Marcus Smart joining the Mavericks. I went to high school with Marcus Smart, and I know him pretty well, so that would be really awesome if they traded for him. Making about $20 million, though. Mavs have a logjam at guard. I still wouldn't hate it. I mean, he can play make a little bit. Obviously a great defender. Good leader. I'd be cool. Cornell, would I consider a trade for KD? Absolutely, I would. I would love a Kevin Durant trade. Lazaro, if we won this year, would Luka get a ring? That is a great question. If the Mavericks won this year, would Luka get a ring? I don't think so. I don't think he would. And I don't think Luka would want it either. I don't think Luka would want a ring. It's a great question, though. We do have a little bit of a super chat menu for today. Shout out Jamie Saboznikov for sending in the 10 earlier. Any super chat, will give you a shout out and put you on screen right next to me. $5 will spin that Mavericks Today wheel where you have a bunch of different things on it. And for $10, we'll take some beer chugs. I got the Happy Dad ready to go. Douglas, that's a different sport, though. I don't think in basketball they do that. Any and all super chats are greatly appreciated, by the way. They go directly back to helping out the channel. They don't go to me personally. They allow us to get more studio space. They allow us to do shows like this where we're chilling at the NBA trade deadline, chopping it up, talking about the Dallas Mavericks, talking about everything going on around the NBA. Greatly appreciate all of your guys' support. Any and all, greatly, greatly appreciated. Here's the latest trade that happened. DeAndre Hunter heading to the Cleveland Cavaliers to get a much-needed wing pickup in exchange for Karis LeVert, George Niang, and draft compensation. Can we bring Theo out of retirement? Ray Johnson, I don't think Theo is very happy with how the Mavericks treated him. Theo is not very happy with how the Mavericks treated him. I don't think Luka will keep his new home. I don't think, because he didn't close on it. So I don't think he'll keep it. Nico better be praying Kyrie re-signs this offseason or the Mavs are going to be in a much deeper hole. You're damn right about that one, Noah. Damn right about that one. Dennis, the Mavs won't be in Vegas, so you don't have to worry about that. Pablo Sanchez Bermudez says, I think the Mavs will make a move in the buyout. but not a trade. Yeah, I actually agree with that. I don't think they're going to make a trade here in the next hour and 3 minutes. I do think they will sign somebody on the buyout market list. It's one of them, Joseph. That's for damn sure. What about Clint Capella, says Cornell? We don't need another big money center, considering we have Gafford, we have Davis, and we have Lively. So I would probably be out on Clint Capella at this point. Miles Turner on an expiring contract? I'd be cool with that, Jonathan. I don't think Turner's moving, though. I don't think Turner's moving. Marcus, that makes two of us. If Luka wants to still buy that home and allow me to live in it, I would gladly take care of his house for him. I would gladly do that for Mr. Doncic. Jay, you're watching out in Aubrey? That's what's up. I got friends out in Aubrey. Marcus, that's a good question. Like I said earlier, I think the names to keep an eye on are Ben Simmons, Bruce Brown, maybe an Andre Drummond, considering Lively won't be out. Like, I don't think Capella is reasonable because he's so expensive. But if you got Andre Drummond on the buyout market, I could see that. Let me go back to my list here. Dennis Schroeder also, if he's bought out. Marcus, we could be roomies and never see each other in that house. Retro says, if we don't get Durant, this whole trade season would be a bust. I think this whole trade season is a bust considering you traded Luka Doncic. So there's that. Who would I want to trade for, says Marvin Lee. Marvin, I personally myself, Luka Doncic. In all seriousness, if we're going all in on this older last dance generation type thing, go get me KD. Why not? $469. Why would free agents come here? You tell me. I don't think they will either. Richie, I don't think that's even enough. I don't think that's enough. Do I think the Lakers will strong-arm Luka to re-sign? No, I don't think so. Look, he has next year. He has next year and then the opt-out the following year. So I don't think they'll strong-arm him to re-sign. Kids starting 80 at the 5 and bringing Gafford off the bench when Lively is out. Noah, that could be an option, but as far as I know, their plan is to play Anthony Davis at the 4. And your starting 5 is going to be Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, PJ Washington, Anthony Davis, Daniel Gafford. I believe that will be your starting 5. Taco, I wish. Frizzo, he could. He could opt out and re-sign with the Mavs in 18 months. Possible. It will. Look, that starting 5 defensively is going to be really good. It is going to be really good. John Dale, I'm with you. Officially an hour away from the 2025 NBA trade deadline. This is Mavericks Today by Chat Sports. I'm Jeffrey Cooperstein. Great to be with you guys here on Thursday afternoon. It's been a tough week or so for the Dallas Mavericks, but we're still talking about all of the latest NBA trades that are happening. Here's the most recent one right here as the Cavaliers went and got DeAndre Hunter. Earlier today, Yusuf Nurkic headed to the Charlotte Hornets for a 2026 first-round pick in exchange for Cody Martin, Vasily Micic, and a 2026 second-round pick. The Spurs got Patrick Baldwin and cash to the Bucks. And then the Heat made a really good deal, I think, for Davion Mitchell, former Baylor product. And the Raptors are getting PJ Tucker, a second-round pick, and cash. The Raptors made another move last night. This was the last deal of last night where they got Brandon Ingram in exchange for Bruce Brown, Kelly Olynyk, 2025 first and second. Marcus, Kelly Olynyk, another name to watch as far as a buyout candidate goes. The Lakers made another great move last night, acquiring Mark Williams from the Charlotte Hornets for Dalton Knecht, Cam Reddish, a 2030 pick swap, and a 2031 unprotected first that the Mavs probably should have, but they don't. And then the millionth team deal that sent Jimmy Butler to the Warriors. This is the bulk of it, though. Jimmy goes to the Warriors for Andrew Wiggins, PJ Tucker, Kyle Anderson, and a protected first. PJ Tucker obviously has been rerouted 3 or 4 times in this deal. It's kind of crazy, actually. Jonas Valanciunas goes to the Kings for CD Sissoko and 2 second-round picks. The Thunder acquired big man Daniel Tice from the Pelicans for a 2031 second, with Chet and Hartenstein having some injury issues. Not a bad deal at all for OKC. The Celtics made a move. They went out and traded Jaden Springer and a second in exchange for another second. They just wanted to get rid of Springer there. KJ Martin, the son of Kenyon, he goes to the Pistons along with 2 seconds for cash considerations. Our good friend. One of the bigger deals of the trade deadline season, Kyle Kuzma finally gets moved. He heads to the Milwaukee Bucks along with Patrick Baldwin and Jericho Sims, plus a second-round pick. Chris Middleton and A.J. Johnson go back to the Wizards. DeLon Wright went to the Knicks as part of a 3-team deal here. Excuse me. And then the second move the Mavericks made here. The Mavericks trade for Caleb Martin in exchange for Quentin Grimes and a 2025 second. This needs to be updated, though, because the Mavs also got a 2030 second-round pick back to them. So it was Caleb Martin in a second for QG in a second. And I really do like this deal. Caleb Martin, a longer defender. He can defend 3s and 4s. He can handle the ball a little bit. He can shoot pretty well. The Mavs weren't going to re-sign Quentin Grimes in free agency, so they decided to move on from him. Caleb Martin making $8-9 million over the next 3 or 4 years, depending on if he takes his player option or not. So I like this deal for the Mavs, if I'm being honest. Again, traded Luka, so it doesn't matter, but it's a joke. The Spurs made their big blockbuster as they got De'Aaron Fox. They got De'Aaron Fox in exchange for Jordan McLaughlin. They got De'Aaron Fox and Jordan McLaughlin. Zach LaVine, this is a 3-team deal, obviously. Goes the other way. Or I'll pull up the 3-team trade details for you. It'll just make it easier. There we go. This will make it easier. So here's the full deal. Spurs get De'Aaron Fox and Jordan McLaughlin. The Kings get Zach LaVine, CD Sissoko, 3 first-round picks, 3 second-round picks. The Bulls get Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, and a 2025 pick via the Spurs. One sec. Just got to do something real quick. All right, we are back. Perfect. Appreciate you guys hitting that thumbs up icon. All greatly appreciated. We got 350 people watching on the show. I'm going to ask you one more time as well to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. YouTube.com/MavsTV. Covering all of the latest Mavericks news and rumors. We do live shows like this. We go live for watch parties as well. We'll start those back up next week after the deadline before the All-Star break. I'll let you know exactly which ones we're doing. We're at 31,232 subs. Help us get to 31,300 today. I would greatly appreciate it. All the support means the world to me. Thank you, guys. Do we think Luka will ever want to come back, Dip Dog? Maybe. Possible. Aaron says, we traded Luka Doncic. Man, oh man. That's how I feel about it. If you're a real Mavs fan, Would you not even be a Mavs fan anymore after this betrayal to the fans? How can you ever care about this organization? Josh, I don't disagree with your sentiment, man. It's really hard to be a Mavs fan right now. It's the only way I know how, so I'm just going to do it. But it is damn hard. It is damn hard. The Mavs don't make playoffs. We will get the magical number 1 pick. We'll go get Cooper Flag. If the Mavs somehow win the lottery, John, that'd be crazy. Getting Cooper Flag would be nuts. It still wouldn't be Luka, though. What was more sad? Dirk retirement or Luka being traded? Luka being traded was more sad, and here's why. We knew the Dirk retirement was coming for a while. We had basically known that whole season it was his last year, even though he never actually said it. The actual day was very sad. Like, I cried for sure when Dirk retired. Luka was just entering his prime when the Mavs traded him. He has 10 more years of elite basketball. Like, trading him, I'm still sad about. I don't know if I'll ever get over it. I legit don't know if I'll ever get over it. Like, I would say that one is the more sad moment. Kelly Olynyk, yeah. I mean, he's a possibility in the buyout market. The Mavs, number 1, drafted him, traded his draft night's trade. They almost had him a few years ago when they made the Josh McRoberts trade. Didn't end up getting him. So, they've had their eyes on Olynyk for a long time. Alex, that's way too much to give up for him. Way too much to give up for him. GFT, AD will not play in Boston tonight. Anthony Davis expected to make his Mavericks debut on Saturday at home against the Houston Rockets. That is a 2 p.m. tip-off. When will Lively play? Lively won't be back until April. Oh, no. We'll get that later. Aaron, why would any free agent want to come to the Mavs? Our window has shrunk. Yeah, I agree, Aaron. TJK, as a former damaged Mavs fan, it was a pleasure doing content for the Mavs and getting to meet so many fans. TGK, I'm here for life, unfortunately. I don't have a choice. This is my career. And the Mavs are in my heart forever. So I will be there no matter what, as they say. I will be there no matter what. It's hard right now. It's hard to talk positive about this team. It's impossible to agree with any of the decisions that the Mavericks have made. But I'm here. What happened to Harrison Graham? Harrison is live on our main Chat Sports channel right now. And I took over this channel, so it is myself for the majority. Harrison will be on here from time to time. TGK, I feel you, bro. Noah, he did make us look stupid. I don't think the AAC is going to be empty whatsoever. But if people are there and you boo Nico Harrison, I don't blame you whatsoever. I don't blame you at all. Do you guys think the Mavericks are going to make another move here in the final 50 minutes? Let me know down in the comments. I don't know if they will. I would lean no if the Mavs make a move. I would lean no. Luka devastated after the trade. Yes, he is, Jing. Trade Omax, PJ for Rui in a second. No. Although, God, Nico might do it. Don't tempt him. Minotaur, they absolutely are supposed to think longer than that. They absolutely are. I know, Richard. I got you, my guy. I got you. PBA. I vote me to become GM. You don't want me to be GM of this team. Nah, being a GM would be absolutely sick. But I can tell you this. Luka would still be on this team if I was the general manager. He'd still be on this team because I'm not that dumb. But being a GM's a very hard job. It's a very hard job. A lot of long hours. Always thinking. Always at working. I don't think I could be a GM. Trade Irving to the Lakers? No, I don't want to trade Irving to the Lakers. But I'm asking for Luka. I'd ask for Luka back. I'd ask for Luka back. In reality, though, and this is dead ass. I'm being so serious when what I'm about to say. If Kyrie said trade me to the Lakers, I am asking for LeBron James. I mean, I am. Nico wants the older win now players. Bring me the older win now player. I'm so serious. Sticks, please stop putting fake news in the comments. Dominic, if I was fired if I didn't trade Luka, then I'd be fired. I would have risked my job for that. I would have risked my job for that. Easily. Jordan says Dennis Schroeder. Dennis Schroeder could be in play for the Mavs after the trade deadline. If the Pelicans buy him out, definitely could be in play. Mavs do have an open roster spot. Shay, I do not feel bad for Mark Cuban. He cashed out. He got $2 billion. He got $2 billion. Philadelphia has agreed to send an additional second rounder. So this just in from Mark Stein. Caleb Martin has been sidelined with a recent hip injury and was said to be nearing a return for the Sixers. But after consultation between both teams and the league office, Philadelphia has agreed to send an additional second rounder to Dallas. So Caleb Martin's not going to play for the Mavs anytime soon. That's cool. Good job, Nico. Dan the man, says the Dallas Lakers. Brutal, Dan. It really is brutal. Dominic. Yeah, I'm so serious. I would have quit my job. Will the Mavs retire Luka's jersey, says my boy Rashard Lee. They 100% will retire Luka's jersey when it's all said and done. They will. They will. The bad man will be gone long before then. Luka's the second greatest Mav of all time. He is. They will retire 77. Matthew Scott, I can't either, but I can now, given who made the deal. "45 minutes away from the deadline." It's insane, Joseph. It's absolutely insane. Like, what is he thinking? Did he not know Caleb Martin had a hip injury and was going to be out? It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. Roni, my guy. Didn't AD and Max get an introductory press conference? They haven't done anything formal yet, Roni, because they haven't been in Dallas. AD and Max have both talked to the media that are on the road, but they have not done anything formal. Maybe they do something before the game on Saturday. If they do, of course, I'll let you know, but nothing formal as of yet. I'm on here acting like the Mavs have a bad team. They are still a legitimate title contender. Wanting them to lose because y'all upset is just stupid. All right, playmakers. They're a legitimate title contender, you say. Is a legitimate title contender sitting in 9th in the Western Conference on February 6th? 8th, excuse me. That's where the Mavs sit. The guy they traded for, Caleb Martin's injured. Anthony Davis is injury prone. I think the Mavs are a good team. Title contenders? We haven't seen them play yet. And just because they're title contenders doesn't make up for the fact that they traded one of our own in Luka. So it doesn't matter. I've said this. The Mavs win the title with this season. It doesn't make up for the fact that you traded Luka. It absolutely doesn't make up. Kamaro, thank you, my friend. I think he is too. Appreciate you. Dan, I think second is the ceiling, to be honest. I think second is the absolute ceiling. Richard says agreed. Yeah, like that's how I honestly feel. Like I don't think that a trade makes any sense. I'm stupid. I think second round is their ceiling. The trade makes no sense for Luka. Winning the title doesn't make up for trading Luka away. It just doesn't. Jonathan, I'd be cool. Bam. Yeah, we are not getting Bam. CEO Ant, I'm not going to get over it. I'm not going to get over it. If it goes perfect, West Finals. Yes, I agree. If it goes 100% perfect. If Anthony Davis comes back on Saturday and averages 28 and 13 for the rest of the season and just dominates his way to the Western Conference Finals and plays every game, that would be perfect scenario. I don't see that happening. I don't. I do not. I do not. Martin, we talked about this earlier. I don't think he would. Eli Maldonado, the Mavs will win it all this year. Good luck. I hope they do, but I don't think so. Marcus Smart, a good backup? Sure. Yeah, I guess. I like Marcus Smart, like I said. Nico will make a trade now that Caleb is out and we'll have a second pick. Maybe. The fact that they had the Sixers had to give up an extra second tells me that Caleb Martin is nowhere close to playing. Mark Stein reported he was nearing a return for the Sixers. And now, all of a sudden, the Sixers have to give up an extra second to the Mavericks because he's not close to playing? What are we doing? This man doesn't think before he makes trades, dude. PD1? Absolutely agree. Dan, you can't even do the Luka trade on 2K. It doesn't even work. They don't accept it because they're not as stupid on 2K as they are in real life. Martin says, can we trade for some Cowboys players? Micah Parsons can hoop. He'd be a hooper. He's about 6 feet, so he'd be small, but he's a hooper. Ghostman, because he's the second best player of all time, and we drafted him, and he's one of our own, and he meant to the city and to the team more than clearly you'll ever understand. No statement from Cuban, Marion. I wish. No statement from Cuban other than him saying MFFL. And allegedly he told Chandler Parsons he was as confused as everybody else. So, no statement. Maddie. Did I miss that? Kobe White? Yeah, I'd be cool on Kobe White. Dominic, don't disagree. Don't disagree. Texas Cat. Watch AD play, get hurt in the first, and be out for the season. Don't wish that on AD. Like I said, us as Mavs fans, we still have to root for Anthony Davis. We do. Still have to root for AD. This trade deadline's kind of quiet because all the major moves have basically been made. All the major moves have more or less been made. Here's the absolute latest. This one from John Gambadoro, who is the in-the-know Phoenix Suns guy. He says the Suns won't trade Kevin Durant unless they can get a combination of assets and younger players back. I would expect that could get revisited over the summer. So a Durant trade, unlikely, maybe possible. Maybe possible later. And then this, of course, from Mark Stein. The expectation is AD will make his Mavericks debut Saturday at home against the Houston Rockets rather than tonight in Boston. Noah, he's up there. He might be. Oh, another trade. The Los Angeles Clippers are trading Terrence Mann and Bones Highland to the Hawks for Bogdan Bogdanovic. Wow. That's a big one. Terrence Mann, Luka's son, leaves LA and is headed to the Hawks. That's an interesting deal. That's a very interesting deal. There were rumors that Bogdanovic was going to be on the move. We talked about him, and he is on the move now. As the Clippers get Bogdanovic and 3 seconds for the wing defender Terrence Mann and Bones Highland. Bogdanovic having by far the worst year of his career this season, so maybe his value tanked a little bit. But man, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Noah, absolutely not. No Trae Young. Texas Cat, no, he's not going to play versus Boston. I miss you drinking if we press the like button. Only drinks I'm doing today, PBA dog, is for $10 super chats. I'll put up the super chat menu. There we go. Here's the super chat menu. Any super chat will give you a shout out. $5, we'll do a let's go Mavs. Let's go Mavs. $10, we'll do beer chugs here. Got it right here. Let me know. Might as well have tryouts with the fans. Might as well. Marion Cuban is not taking over. All good, PBA dog. Appreciate you. No soup. You don't, not required whatsoever to hang out here. Not required whatsoever to hang out here. This is the most recent trade that happened, as we said, 35 minutes away from the deadline. Bogdanovic to the Clippers. And 3 second-round picks in exchange for Terrence Mann and Bones Highland. Jing Clay will not be traded this trade deadline. Again. No way. Oh, this was last season. Okay. Never mind. Brian Windhorst reported that the Washington Wizards reportedly had a trade lined up last season with the Mavericks for Kyle Kuzma that would have netted them 2 firsts, but Kuzma vetoed it. We got PJ Washington and went to the finals. Thanks, Kyle. Oh, but then we traded Luka this year, so. Gaff, I don't believe is on the trading block, Ruben. Don't believe it. Only beer trucks we want to see is Stone Cold Steve Austin time. The last one, if you send in 100, we'll do it Stone Cold Steve Austin style. I'll do that for a hundy. No one's disrespecting Kyrie here, Spivey. No one's disrespecting Kyrie. Kyrie's a great player. Top 25 player in the league. Fantastic player. No one's disrespecting Kyrie. It's a great question, Taco. I don't think he's going to do that, though. Noah, yes, he would. Well, who knows if Nico Harrison's a GM, but I think he would. Yes, Brent, Gafford's okay. He's going to play tonight against Boston. He's going to play tonight. He said it was just a stinger, and he's aight. Ruben, I do think there's a little bit of regret in Klay's decision because he chose the Mavs over the Lakers because he wanted to play with Luka. So, I do think there's regret. I do think there's regret. Marcus McCarty, facts. Me too. Me too. Oh. The Dallas basketball Mavericks traded away Luka. Can you believe it? I still can't believe it. We can revisit the trade details again because it was that ridiculous. It was that ridiculous. Absolutely insane. Mavericks get Anthony Davis, Max Christie. You had a very good debut, by the way. 15 points, career high, 9 rebounds, 5 of 8 from the field, 4 of 4 from 3 for Max Christie in his Mavericks debut. They also got a first-round pick. The Lakers got Luka Doncic, Maxi, Kleber, and Markieff Morris. I'm still not over it. I'm still not over it. Jazz, of course, is the third team. Get Hood-Schifino, 2 seconds. An absolute crime, man. It really is. Final 30 minutes of the trade deadline here coming up. Before we get into that, I do need to tell you guys about our sponsor, which of course is PrizePicks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. PrizePicks has over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, making daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 player stat projections for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on PrizePicks. The big game is almost here, and it is now or never. Don't miss out on the last football game of the season with PrizePicks. PrizePicks is offering a special promotion for the big game where Patrick Mahomes will only need to throw 1 passing yard for you to win. You pair that up with another projection, you can win some real cash. Also, be sure to check out our promos tab and our Super Sweat Millie Winners big game lineups. If you tail a lineup that goes 3 for 3, you can win a split of up to $1 million in promo funds. PrizePicks is also the best place to get real money action in over 30 states, including California, Georgia, Florida, and, of course, Texas. They also put their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. And when my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. How do you play PrizePicks? It is super easy. Download the PrizePicks app today. Use code CLNS to get a $50 bonus when you play your first $5 lineup. Again, download the app today. Use code CLNS to get a $50 bonus when you play your first $5 lineup. You don't even need to win to receive that bonus. It is guaranteed. PrizePicks, run your game. Shout out to PrizePicks for sponsoring this live episode of Mavericks Today by Chat Sports. Odds on Max Christie becoming an all-star 50-50. I would say way less than that, Marcus. Way less than that. 595. I agree, Joseph. Exum and yeah, I agree. Marcus Carr? I'm down for that, Noah. Where's he even playing? Where's my guy Marcus Carr even playing? Marcus Carr, where is he playing? What on earth? Oh, he's playing in Israel. He's playing in Israel. I believe that's the, yeah, he's in the same league Pat Bev's in. Oh, that's cool. Nico wanted to improve the defense. I think AD, Martin, Christie, along with PJ Gafford Lively, makes the Mavs one of the top defensive teams in the league. They are one of the top defensive teams in the league. They also traded Luka Doncic away. Supersonic, pretty sure Nico cost the Mavs to lose 45% of the fans and above, which is really sad. Mavs played really well last year. I agree, Supersonic. It's probably about that number. Ruben, everything I've heard about Anthony Davis is I do believe he is motivated. He's a good locker room guy, and he's a good culture person. So everything I've heard about AD is positive. You obviously have the injury issues that you're going to have to deal with, but everything I've heard about Anthony Davis is positive. So that gives me optimism that he is motivated. Montoya says it sucks, but happy Luka is with Dodo. Yeah, that's true. Dyson Daniels? Dan the Man says Dyson Daniels. Sure. I like Dyson. He's not going anywhere, though. He's having a good year. Joseph Ballard says, but we got to get Clay to the bench with all the guards. Yeah, I mean, it's possible. I think you could play Caleb Martin at the 2. And you could go Kyrie, Caleb Martin, PJ Washington, Anthony Davis, Daniel Gafford as your starting 5 and bring Clay off the bench as your 6th man. That's a possibility. I think that's definitely a possibility. But I'll say this. Clay signed with the Mavericks because he didn't want to come off the bench for the Warriors. So, we'll see. Richard, I don't know if that's the case or not. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Like, maybe you're right, but genuinely don't know. Oh, let me put the timer back up. That's my fault. There's the timer. 27 minutes away from the trade deadline. Once the deadline passes, we'll stay live for a few more moments. Then we'll go ahead and sign off. After that, we're going to put our trade deadline grades for the Mavericks on the channel as soon as possible. You can guess what my grade is for them. And then tomorrow morning, we will have a buyout targets video where we take a look at who the Mavericks could target on the NBA buyout market. So that will be the order of operations here. Tyron, I'm sad AF, bro, still. You and me both. You and me both. Cavs have a really good starting 5, Dan the Man. I don't know if it's best in the league, though. I don't know if it's best in the league. Dallas need to get Chris Paul. Chris Paul staying in San Antonio. He's going to be De'Aaron Fox's backup there. Agreed, Matthew. No more moves, Tyler. I would agree with that. If the Mavs make another move, trade move at least, I'd be very surprised. So I don't think we have to worry about that. Don't think we have to worry about that. Yes, Marcus, I am going to do grades for both of the trades. I have to. It's a requirement here at Chat Sports. All of our channels are doing trade deadline grades, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. It'll be out on the channel. Yep, buyout vid. Marcus, I'll probably put that out, I would say, like 8 a.m. on Friday. 8 a.m. tomorrow. I think that one will go out. We'll put that one out pretty early. We'll put that one out pretty early tomorrow. Maybe 9 a.m. But we'll definitely put it out. Because we'll have, trying to think, we had video this morning. We'll have the video later. And then buyout. Yeah, we'll probably put that out between 8 and 9 a.m. Brent Workman, now that Caleb Martin's hurt, I probably think that trade's an F2. If Caleb Martin wasn't hurt, I'd say it's a B-. But now that he's so hurt, I'll probably call it a freaking D. I mean, what a joke. What a joke. Keist, shout out Childish Gambino. Hold up, wait a minute. All good. Just a week ago, crew at my house, and we party every weekend. So it was all good just a week ago. D Rose retired, Jonathan Jones. At least we have the Rangers and Stars. PBA agreed. He will not. Luka will not be back anytime soon as long as Nico's in charge. 23 minutes away. 23 minutes away till the trade deadline. I'm going to step off screen for 1 second. I want to grab my coffee real quick, so give me 1 sec. Ba-doop. Ba-doop. We're good. Had to grab my coffee real quick. Losing some steam. Kind of a wash getting basically out of the contract issues at the end of the season, but adding injury. Yeah, look, they weren't going to re-sign QG, so I get wanting to move on from him. You got to find a guy who's going to freaking play some basketball. Like, Max Christie's going to play. Max Christie's going to play, so you still have him, but... Oh, it's tough. Can we get a backup ball-handling point guard? Like Spencer Dinwiddie, like Dante Exum? I don't think that's on the Mavs radar. Unless they go get Marcus Smart. I'm here, Marcus. I just had to grab my coffee real quick. No, AD will wear number 3. That is correct. Matthew Scott, that's some bad hoops to watch. I know the Mavs are disappointing as well, but down there in Frisco, that's bad hoops. Tyron, does Luka deserve a statue? No, he doesn't. Statues are reserved for champions. Does he deserve his number retired? Yes. But statues are reserved for champions. Sign Killian Hayes? No, he stinks. Maybe Supersonic play like the 2000s Pistons. Cannon, I bet that's something they look at. Starting Christie over Clay. Wouldn't shock me. Who's winning the trade deadline to me? Marvin, that's a hell of a question. I'll ask you guys that as well. Let's see. Who won the trade deadline this year? I think it's an easy question, Marvin. I think it's an easy question. Who won the trade deadline this year? Let me know in the comments. It's the LA Lakers. They got Luka Doncic. To add insult to injury, they got Mark Williams, a lob threat, to go play with Luka. I think it's easily the Lakers. Easily the Los Angeles Lakers. Matthew says Lakers. Cannon, Lakers. Matthew, Rob Palinka, good answer. Mike, Lakers easy. Random user, Lakers for sure. Infinity, Lakers had a top 3 deadline of all time. Easy. Easy. They did. Lakers, no question. Lakers. Lakers. The Lakers won it. The Lakers won the trade deadline. I'm actually going to LA next weekend. I'm going to try to get me a Luka jersey. I'm going to try to get me a Luka Lakers jersey. And I will wear it. Still a Mavs fan, obviously. But a Luka fan as well. San Antonio had a very good deadline, OJ. They had a very good trade deadline. Me and some of the guys at Chat Sports were talking for basically the entire season about the Spurs going to get De'Aaron Fox, and they ended up doing it. So that was cool to see what we saw come to fruition. They had a very, very good deadline. You're absolutely right about that. KJ Hornets won the deadline. I disagree because I think Dalton Connect's a really good player. Got a couple firsts as well, but I think I think Mark Williams is a hell of a player for the Lakers, man. They really helped. They really, really helped. Jonathan, why trade him at all? Why trade him at all? I don't get it. Coming up, less than 19 minutes away. Supersonic, are you talking in general or which rookie has the most potential? Jared McCain, I love. Scotty Barnes. What am I talking about? Dalton Connect. I had Scotty Barnes on my mind. Jared McCain, Dalton Connect, Kel'el Ware. Great player. Kel'el Ware of the Heat. Those are my three, probably, I'd say, that have the most potential. Zachary Risache is pretty good for the Hawks. He's solid. Alex Sarr could turn into a pretty good basketball player in Washington. Not with Washington, but he could turn into a good player. But I would say Dalton Connect, Jared McCain, Kel'el Ware are probably the three best rookies who have the most potential. Better Duke center, Mark Williams or Lively. They're both pretty damn good. Dallas Nelson, this is all a fever dream. I'm just waking up to see we traded Dwight for AD. Uncle Dallas says Dallas still can't be effed with. That's a fact. We're still Dallas. I'm Dallas till I die, man. I mean, I'm really pissed about how this franchise has been run over the last week. But what can I do? Not a damn thing about it. Galicious, yes. DeAndre Hunter did go to the Cleveland Cavaliers in exchange for Karis LeVert. We'll throw that trade up there for you. Here is the deal. DeAndre Hunter for Karis LeVert, George Niang, and draft compensation. It's a crazy one. Most recent trade, I just saw this one come across the wire. Cody Zeller going to the Houston Rockets along with the second-round pick for details to be announced for the Atlanta Hawks. That's an interesting one. Uncle Dallas, absolutely. Type those MFFLs down below. If you're a real Mavs fan, spam MFFL. I know that we're all hurting right now. I know we're all hurting. But it's always MFFL around here. Uncle Dallas, Montoya, Frizzo, Eric B. Let's get juicy. All spamming it. Matthew Scott. Mavs fans for Luka. It has double meaning now. Dennis Schroeder is going to the Pistons in the Jimmy Butler deal. So I don't know if he gets bought out now. Because the Pistons are playing some good ball. Pistons are playing good ball. So Dennis Schroeder's going to the Pistons. That's interesting. I don't think he gets bought out now. Wow. DCFL, Brent Workman. The last one. All MFFL. Eurostep. Yves Missi? They're not trading him. He's a good player. You're talking about with potential. Yeah, he's a good player. I like Yves Missi. Joseph, MFFL 100%. Montoya, your new favorite Mav is PJ. Who is yours? PJ, I haven't even thought about that yet, Montoya. Wow. I haven't even thought about that yet. Like, Kyrie's obviously the best player. Or, AD is AD and Kyrie are your best players. As of this second, my favorite Maverick is PJ Washington. Stand on business. Stand on business. He's my favorite Mav. Danny Bailey, typing the MFFL. Appreciate you. Get Colin Sexton and Olynyk in a buyout, and I will be happy with our roster. We're not getting Colin Sexton. 14 minutes away from the trade deadline. I don't think the Mavs are making any moves. Again, I could be wrong. We'll stay live about 10 minutes after the deadline to make sure that no moves are made. But I don't think so. Luka, yeah, we are. We are. Franklin and Marcus typing the MFFLs. Oh, no one told me this was misspelled on screen. That's my fault. I was trying to type it too fast. There we go. My fault. I was trying to type too fast. I got it. Nico's counting. Matthew, I laugh because if I don't laugh, I might cry. How long till Max starts? Good question, Toon. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to bring Clay off the bench or start Christie, but Jason Kidd does have options now. He does have options. Brent likes Lively. Yeah, that's a good shout. I mean, I like Lively too. Mavs they have players I like, but I don't know. Like, if I had to say right now, PJ is my favorite Mav. PJ's a good player, man. It's just impossible to replace Luka Doncic. Like, it's impossible to replace him. As Pep Guardiola, the famous manager for FC Barcelona and Manchester City, would say, we cannot replace him. You can't replace Luka. Cannot replace Luka. The Grizzlies made a call on Kevin Durant, apparently, according to Bob Myers. Interesting. I agree. We're done and cooked, says Josh. We're not done and cooked. I mean, as a franchise, yes, because we traded Luka, but this season, no. Frizzo, Max actually looked good. Max was great. 15 points, 9 rebounds, which is his career high. 5 of 8 from the field, 4 of 4 from 3. Christie had as good of a debut as you could even possibly imagine. DC, that was last season. Last season, the Mavericks and Wizards had agreed to a deal for Kyle Kuzma to come to the Mavericks in exchange for salary filler and 2 first-round picks. But Kyle Kuzma vetoed the deal, said he didn't want to go. The Wizards gave him the option. Kuzma did not have a no-trade clause. The Wizards gave Kyle Kuzma the option if he wanted to go or he wanted to stay. And Kuzma said, I want to stay. Vetoed the deal. So that didn't happen. Then the Mavericks went in exchange. They got P.J. Washington and Daniel Gafford instead of Kyle Kuzma en route to the finals. Powell got traded for the mascot. DP got traded for Mavs, man? If Luka plays, how many points do you think Max get? OJ, what do you mean? Let me know what you mean by that, OJ. Justin, Mavs aren't going to Vegas. Don't worry. Mavs don't need a trade unless they can retract Luka. That'd be awesome. Retracting Luka would be cool. 10 minutes away from the deadline. 10 minutes away. Noah, he's not the reason, but he certainly is a reason for sure. He's definitely a reason, Noah. Oh, Brent, the Mavs are getting killed tonight. The Mavs do play the Boston Celtics tonight. We are not going live for that game, but they will be killed. No Anthony Davis. Who knows who else isn't playing? Caleb Martin. He ain't playing. It's a joke. Marcus said, well, F this day. I got to go get my boys from school now. I'm leaving on this. If we are healthy, the Mavs are still top 5 in the league on paper. Mavs stand for life. Y'all come on and get excited again. Marcus, appreciate you joining us, my guy. You've been here since the start of the show. You're an absolute real one, man. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. Will Lakers versus Mavericks be crazy? Yeah, it will. February 25th, Lakers versus Mavericks in LA. We'll be there. We'll be live more than likely for that one. And then back here, April 9th, Lakers versus Mavericks at the American Airlines Center in Dallas. Ruben says MFFL, but I'm hurt right now. That makes two of us, Ruben. Fred, Mavs are going to be the next Brooklyn Nets. God, I hope not. His debut wouldn't have been as good. I love Luka, but he takes away from everybody else. OJ, couldn't be further from the truth. That cannot be further from the truth. Luka makes his teammates better. Luka makes guys millions and millions of dollars. He elevates the play of his teammates. Everyone is not better without Luka. He elevates his teammates. He makes everybody around him better. He gets everybody open shots. He gets everybody open shots. He makes everybody around him better. Guys are not better without him. Jing, I believe PJ will play tonight, yes. Percent chance we could beat Boston in the finals with our current team. Noah, we're not making it to the finals. Hate to break it to you. We ain't making it there. I hope I'm wrong and we can clip this and I look like an absolute clown. But I don't see this team making the finals. Anthony Edwards said he'd buy tickets to watch. I saw that, Justin. Agreed, Frizzo. Spivey. Luka might drop 100 against us. Freedom, that's your birthday? Which one? Luka got Derek Jones paid? Yes, he did, Noah. Yes, he did. Sticks, I'm too negative? Don't watch then, brother. It's a free country. Free speech. The Mavs traded my favorite player. The second best player in the league. There's not much to be happy about right now. They also traded for Caleb Martin, who they didn't know was more hurt at the time than he actually is. What is there to be happy about? Anthony Davis isn't playing either. Like, what do you want me to say? I'm telling you exactly how it is. Is that true? KJ, is he out again? I know he was out because he just had the birth of his third child. Let me double check. AD is a monster, Eric. There's no question about that. Yeah, PJ is out. All right. Good call. Good call on you, KJ. I missed that. PJ's out because he did have the birth of his third child. Anthony Davis, questionable, but he's likely not going to play. Derek Lively, Caleb Martin, Dwight Powell, PJ Washington, all out for tonight. My man, Basil, spamming the MFFLs. It's tough out here. Trade deadline 5 minutes away. Doesn't look like the Mavs are going to make a move. Dennis Schroeder to the Pistons in the Jimmy Butler million-team deal. That's a good trade, and it sounds like they're going to hang on to him. According to Chris Haynes, that the Pistons are going to hang on to Schroeder. So you can X Dennis Schroeder, X him off of the buyout targets that we'll talk about tomorrow. Mavs prove they can't win without Luka, so they trade him. I don't think that's why they traded him, but fair enough. Trade for my mom. Can Luka stop Kyrie? Like when he defends him? Oh, Marcus Smart traded! Marcus Smart traded to the Wizards. No way. Marcus Smart to the Wizards in a multi-team trade that sends 2 second-round picks to Memphis. Dude, I feel so bad for Marcus Smart. Again, that's my guy. I went to high school with him. He got traded from Boston to Memphis. The Celtics win the title the year after they trade him. In the year that Ja Morant is out for the majority of the season via suspension and injury. The Grizzlies get good this year, and then they trade him to the Wizards, the worst team in basketball. What a brutal business. What a brutal business. Madden, LaMelo Ball. Jing, Luka is not 270. I promise you that. 250 at the max. My goodness gracious. I legit feel so bad. Oh, Kevin Porter Jr. to the Milwaukee Bucks for Marjon Beauchamp. Oh, God. That's a bad deal for both teams. Bad deal for both teams. Who is blackballed from the league? Did I miss something? Dwight Howard? Yeah, you can't sign Dwight Howard. Can't sign Dwight Howard. Just go look at it. Can't sign him. Google. Trade for Dirk. I wish. Ty Man, my guy. What up, Ty Man? My guy, Ty Man the Buckeye. No, I went to Flower Mound Marcus High School in the DFW area. Can't sign Dwight Powell. Marcus Smart heading to the Wiz. God, that sucks for him. The Wizards are a joke of an organization. You want to talk about jokes of organizations? I know the Mavs look like a joke to everyone right now. The Wizards are a legitimate joke of a franchise. They have not been relevant in... I literally can't name a time when the Wizards were relevant. When they had Gilbert Arenas, maybe. When they had straps in the locker room. Like, what a joke. Shams Charania reporting Kevin Durant officially will not be traded before the deadline, so KD stays put. KD stays put in Phoenix for the rest of the season at least. Matthew Scott, this is way worse. Way worse. Jing, exactly. Luka's still dropping 33, 9, and 9, and he's not in shape. What are we talking about here? Oh, so annoying. A minute left. I need everyone to spam MFFL. 1 minute left for the Mavs to make a trade and save the season. I'm kidding. Let's spam the MFFLs down in the chat. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. Brent Workman, Dip Dog, Mike, all typing it. Let's go, baby. Joe Bands, Burvick, yes, sir. Look, even though the Mavs made the worst trade in NBA history, we are still Mavs fans for life, unfortunately. I don't know about you guys. I'm still going to be watching this team on a night-to-night basis. Still going to be making videos about this team. Still going to be covering it here on the channel. That's why you hit that subscribe button. It's youtube.com/MavsTV. We cover all of the latest Mavericks news and rumors. After the trade deadline that expires in 20 seconds, we will give you the latest buyout targets and the trade deadline grades for the Dallas Mavericks. I'll give you a hint. The grade ain't going to be good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No more trades. No more trades. We'll see if anything rolls in after the buzzer. We'll stay live for about 5 to 10 more minutes. No more trades left in the NBA. We'll see. Shout out PBA dog, Franklin, Jerwan, Robert. I am going to get a Luka Laker jersey. Madden, MFFL. Appreciate you, Madden. Daniel. No more trades. Knowledgeable. Y'all be cool. Never stop repping MFFL. Always, my friend. Always. Always. Noah, that remains to be seen. That remains to be seen. Back here for the playoffs to remind you of your finals run. All right, Spivey. I hope so. Thing is, it ain't happening. No way. I can't believe Marcus Smart got bang jobbed and is going to the Washington Wizards. That blows. Joe Bans, that's a little crazy. I don't disagree with that, though. That's a little crazy. Schroeder did go to the Detroit Pistons. He will not be bought out. So he won't be an option for the Mavericks on the buyout market. Probably stay alive about 5 or so more minutes. The Pacers are trading James Wiseman to the Raptors. That's a joke of a deal. James Wiseman stinks. James Wiseman's actually so bad. What a bust. What a bust of a pick by the Golden State Warriors. Why? Yes, Wiseman was the second pick. Julianne, what's good? Welcome back in, Julianne. Unfortunately, you're here right at the end of our show. We're about to sign off here in 5 to 10 minutes as the NBA trade deadline is passed. Unreal. Marcus Smart traded to the Wiz. Damn. Richard, MFFLL as well. Nico worse than Jerry? Absolutely, Josh. I got some flack on Twitter for saying that. It's not even close. Nico's way worse. OJ, we'll talk. We'll talk. Julianne? That's all right. Appreciate you tuning in, though. Appreciate you tuning in. Eli, there is no more move to be made. No more move to be made. Julianne, KD stayed. KD stayed in Phoenix. He is there. He is not traded. He will be in Phoenix for the rest of the season. Marcus Smart to the Wizards. It's a multi-team trade. I believe Alex Len is involved here. There's a lot of moving parts with this one. Let's check it out. I'll get that up before we get on out of here. My guy, Marcus Smart, Flower Mound Marcus High School, classmate of mine. Pretty wild. NBA player. So these are the details we know so far. Marcus Smart and a first go to the Wizards. The Grizzlies receive 2 seconds. I believe Alex Len is going the other way as well. Roni, I told you, because they're on the road, they haven't done a press conference yet. They will do one on Saturday when they're home, maybe even tomorrow. So in addition to that, here we go. All right, we should have the 3-teamer in now. Let's see. All right, cool, we got it. Here's the full Marcus Smart trade. The Wizards receive Marcus Smart, Colby Jones, and Alex Len, and a first-round pick. My goodness. The Grizzlies get 3 seconds. The Kings get Jake LaRavia. Marcus Smart getting screwed once again. What a joke. Spivey, you've been contrary to everything, so I'm just not going to argue with you. It's not worth it. Are they better with Jimmy Bucks? You think Golden State's better with Jimmy Bucks? Yeah, they probably are. They needed a defensive guy really bad. They tried to get KD, but KD vetoed it. He vetoed at the end of the day. Unreal. Mavs to make a run. Kid has the talent, needs to coach better. They don't have Luka. Do they have the talent? Maybe. They can win a playoff series. Don't have Luka. And it sucks. It still sucks that they don't have Luka. One more time before we sign off, I just want to show you guys once again. Anthony Davis and Max Christie in a 1 to the Mavs. The Lakers get the second best player in the NBA in Luka. Maxi Kleber, who did not get traded, by the way. Markieff Morris. Jazz get Jalen Hood-Schifino in 2 seconds. This was the first trade the Mavericks made, and it might be the worst trade in NBA history. Just a really, really bad deal, all in all. And then let me update this one, and I will here. And then the second trade and final trade that the Mavericks made, Caleb Martin and a 2030 second to the Mavericks in exchange for Quentin Grimes and next year's second round pick. Look, I think this trade would have been good if Caleb Martin wasn't hurt. Caleb Martin's hurt. And the original trade did not have that second round pick that the Mavericks now have. It was Caleb Martin for Quentin Grimes in the second, but apparently the Mavericks, the Sixers, and the league all spoke, and it was agreed upon that the Mavs would get a second because Caleb Martin is more hurt than originally thought. It looked like he was nearing a return, but he's not. So, Caleb Martin not expected to play for the Mavs anytime soon. What a joke, dude. What a joke. Nye, I don't know how long they're going to stay. Spivey, I absolutely can because he traded the second best player in the league and a Dallas hero out of nowhere because he didn't like him as a person. Everybody else liked him except him, and he traded him. And he made the worst trade in NBA history. So I absolutely can. Sports are fluid. What's true today may not be true tomorrow. If you trade Luka Doncic, you instantly become the worst GM in the NBA. And that's what he did. That's what he did. All those moves were good. And then he traded Luka fucking Doncic. And all of his goodwill was undone. To the point where there are going to be protests on Saturday at the game. There will be protests on Saturday when the Mavericks return home. There were already protests at the American Airlines Center last Sunday. People will know Nico Harrison as the guy that traded away Luka Doncic. Because Luka will be a multi-time MVP and multi-time NBA champion. And Nico Harrison will be known as the guy who traded him away. Not for anything else. Not for what he did at Nike. Not for what he did to get the Mavs to the finals in 2024. He'll be known as the guy that traded away Luka. End of story. End of story. Jing, Dallas would have won on the Grimes trade if Martin wasn't hurt. Brent, thank you, my guy. Matthew Scott, TBD, I don't think I'll be there, though. I don't think I'll be there. All right, I think... Oh, my God. Ian Begley of SNY says the Mavericks were very aggressive in exploring pathways to acquire Kevin Durant. Let me listen to this real quick. The Mavericks were very aggressive as recently as Wednesday in trying to acquire Kevin Durant. Finding multi-teams so they can make the math work. But nothing came to fruition. So the Mavs were firmly in the KD sweepstakes, but they couldn't find a way to make it work. That is crazy. That is insanity. They almost got KD. If they would have gotten KD, like I said, and I said this on a video, I wouldn't have liked it because you traded Luka. I wouldn't have liked trading Luka. I would have, but Nico Harrison would have executed his vision of getting win now players. I wouldn't have liked it, but they didn't get KD. So now I can really be mad. And I am. They almost got him, but they didn't. Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, not in NBA trades. not in NBA basketball. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. All right. That is going to do it for this live edition of Mavericks Today by Chat Sports. Again, on the channel coming up, we will have NBA trade deadline grades. We will have buyout targets that'll go out on the channel tomorrow. And if anything happens with like the protests on Saturday, anything crazy happens, we will obviously have you up to date. Again, it's youtube.com/MavsTV. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. And we'll see you guys soon here on the channel. Be on the lookout for those trade deadline grades coming out, I would say, within the next 2 hours or so here on the channel. Appreciate all the support. And as always, win or lose, Nico Harrison, Mark Cuban, Luka or not, let's go Mavs. We'll see you guys later here on the channel. Thank you for the support. Peace out.